Kia ora, good morning and welcome back to Civilization 6. It's really wonderful to be here, and this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you are, maybe it's 1 AM, I don't mind. In fact, I prefer. Either way, I'm playing as Dido of Carthage, as you can see. We won't delve too much into what Carthage does right here, right now. I'm just going to jump in and begin the game. But what you need to know is Carthage is very much a Carthage. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for Phoenicians watching. Phoenicia, I should say, speaking in Civ 5 terms when I say Carthage, Phoenicia in Civilization 6 very much favours coastal starts. Very much. And I am very tempted to move one square and settle on top of those dies. Yeah, so we favour the coast. We favour coastal colonialization as well in a big way. We can basically settle cities along the coast for free. As Carthage, which is incredible, because we get insane boosts to our settler production, but also we don't pay loyalty costs, and I think that's the crucial part here, is that we can actually almost get away entirely with the cost of loyalty playing as the Carthaginians. So very powerful. I am going to move on I'm hoping that's still coastal. If it's not, we're in trouble. Okay, it's not still coastal. That's a big waste. That's a big waste. We definitely don't want to settle our starting city not on the coast. So that was a balls up. That was an absolute balls up on my part. Such a balls up. We're going to re-roll again. I'm not a re-roller, but we're going to re-roll again. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to that because it will give me a chance to talk a little bit more about my strategy before we just jump in. And also give you guys watching live an opportunity to roll into the stream because I did start a little bit early. If you're watching the VOD on the channel, you might just want to skip ahead 5 minutes if I haven't been clever enough to cut this part out. Either way, so Carthage, actually, this is brilliant, because now I can read it, so you don't have to listen to me babble, right? So, essentially, Mediterranean colonies is what we're super interested in. So we start with a boost to writing, so we can get writing quite quickly. Coastal cities have full loyalty if they're founded on the same continent as our capital. Settlers have +2 movement and +2 sight range while embarked, and settlers ignore additional movement costs for embarking and disembarking, so we're very fast settlers. Combine that with the fact that we have a unique harbour that is very strong, providing us with additional yields. It's half the price to build as well, I believe, off the top of my head, so really cheap. We can get really cheap trade routes out. That combos really nicely with the fact that we get +1 trade route capacity for each government plaza building in the capital, and a 50% production towards districts within it. That combos really well with the building that provides settlers, and we end up in a situation where we're incredibly strong. Now, I did just hear the super chat alert. Oh my goodness, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Devilish. Devilish with the $4.99 super chat says, Carthage, led to victory by the illustrious Dido, known to some for their summer carnivals and mighty war sticks. Thank you for tuning in, my man, with the whopping $4.99 super chat to kick off the day. Wonderful stuff. And Ben, nice to see you, Ben. Welcome along. Good to have you here. I know you missed the Canadian stream last time, which was an absolute disaster, so you didn't miss much. Right. Okay. Let's do this again. Animal husbandry is actually a really easy tile improvement to get, so I don't feel a need to urgently settle on top of the deer. However, there is a pretty interesting coastline here, and I don't actually want my capital to be on an inland lake. That would be really bad. I see a 2 food, 2 production tile up that way. However, I do see some fish down here. Yeah, this tile is not insane. It doesn't have a lot of production, but if we get animal husbandry, we can get a couple of quick tiles online. So I'm thinking about moving down and settling in this marsh. It will make placing the harbour will be alright. We can get a pretty good harbour there, or potentially there. Let's send the warrior down that way and send our settler there. So yes, so that's the deal with Carthage. We're going to go for coastal colonies. We're also going to go for their insane stackable bonuses on their settlers. They are incredible. There's about 3 different things that we'll stack, and we can get something like 150% production bonus on settlers. In terms of our early game research, we do start with boosted writing, right? So that's like really juicy. Also, though, we definitely want to get sailing because that's our unique unit, the Bireme, which is basically just a buffed galley. It also protects, you can see there it protects traders, but crucially we also, of course, get fishing boats and we allow our builders to embark. I definitely want pottery, and we need animal husbandry, as I noted, because we probably want to improve those deer at some point. Oh boy, there's a lot to consider. We want celestial navigation, because that will allow us to settle further coasts. And thinking ahead slightly... That's probably it on the tech tree. The cultural tree really matters for us as well, though, the civics tree, because we need state workforce, so we need to build a specialty district. We also probably want, I think it's foreign trade, isn't it? Yeah, so we want foreign trade, we want state workforce, we want early empire purely for colonization, really. And from there, we will want to get a better government. But that's sort of our early plan. So, I'd like to discover a second continent. I'd like to build a specialty district to get that government plaza, because that really matters for us. We don't have a great campus location here, which makes me lean towards maybe skipping the campus in this first city. As a result, I'm going to grab sailing first. A little bit odd. I mean, there is actually. I'm just thinking if I want camps first. I probably won't have a builder, so it probably doesn't matter. Let's go sailing. And here, I want an early monument, but I also acknowledge that we're going to need to have at least a scout. So I'll go for one scout, and then queue my monument, because I do want that monument relatively quickly this game, because we rely on some of those really important early game civics to carry us through, and actually produce what the whole purpose of Dido. The whole purpose of Dido. Really. So let's stick with that. We're going to keep an eye on other players as well. We're hoping to not meet the Norwegians, because they will be problematic for us on the coastline. Here's some nice productive land down here. If we could find some mountains, that would be brilliant. There's one, but Valletta's got it, and they're not on the coast, which is annoying, because it makes them quite hard for me to access. What do they give? Center buildings, encampment districts can be bought with faith. Yeah, that's probably not... We're probably not playing a faith game this game, because we just have too much to focus on in the beginning. We need to make sure that we set up our empire to snowball in a major way, and span out far and wide, preferably before turn 100, if we can. That would be ideal. I'm hoping this is open ocean and not hindered. How close are we to the bottom of the map? We're not quite sure, but looks like fairly close. You know, let's have a look around. See what we can find. Foreign trade. No way. There's another continent right there. So the strategy for Dido in the beginning of the game is to settle all of your core territories on the core continent. So our core continent is America, but we've just discovered Amasia, American Asia above us. So we're probably gonna be leaning towards this way then. Good to know. Good to know. What does our appeal look like, out of curiosity? Okay. Also good to know. Yeah. So a couple of... We could squeeze one on that tile. Yeah, and then aqueduct to the fresh water. That would be okay. Let's have a look up there. Let's have a wee gaze. And keep marauding the warrior around. Hopefully we don't get, you know, some stupid barbs rolling in and ruining our day. Or I'm really hoping that is open as well. It's a different continent, but it's kind of juicy. Speaking of juicy, that is a nice juicy food tile. Couple of nice juicy. We get a really high growth city down here. Hoping this island just ends here, because I don't want inland cities. Bologna. Again, not in a wonderful location for us to conquer. Going to take us a while to improve to sea resources. I think we'll get animal husbandry, followed by pottery and writing. Very good. Oh my goodness, what is this? This is useless to me. It's not actually. We can probably squeeze a coastal city down here, a coastal city up here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of coastline. We can work with this. Let's have a look around. This is all lots of inland. Lucky we didn't settle on that lake. That would be, imagine an inland sea Carthage or Phoenician run. No, says the man. Absolutely not. Have a peek down here. Another lake. My goodness. Okay, code of laws in place. We'll go combat strength against barbs. Not that we've seen any. And we'll grab the faith because we would like to get a Pantheon at the very least. We've discovered a second continent, which is quite nice because we'll get the boosted foreign trade. So every cloud has a silver lining. And here's our first Nabia. Nabia! Here's our first Nabia. It's a very honor. It's very much an honor to meet the Nubians. Okay. Take my delegation. Brilliant. Got anything to trade? Nothing yet. But we'll trade you. Right. Okay. So there's sort of a need for us to forward settle this territory a little bit. That's a little concerning. Not the end of the world, but let's get a settler out now that we've got our monument up and running and figure out where we want to settle. I think it is important probably for us to settle on this coastline. We can connect pearls, we've got maize, wheat, spices, all within range of this city. Also quite close to the capital, some good coastal tiles. I think that's probably going to be the spot, at least in the beginning. Let's have a peek up here, actually, past Bologna, see what's up north with the scout. Yeah, I like that a lot. Keep marauding over those hills. Brilliant, we've got animal husbandry. Okay. Horses as well up the coastline there. Might not hurt to have a peek at what's around that way, just to get full visibility, because we could have a really interesting canal city here. Actually, that could be really fun for us. An instant canal city. I like that a lot. Brilliant, we've found a natural wonder, and what a wonderful spot that is. Man, I would makes Bologna look really juicy, but we're never gonna be able to capture them over land, unfortunately. Tribal goody hut, we've finally found one. It's gonna put us in a little bit of danger next to the spearman, but needs must. 20 faith, easy. Back over this way. Oh, Mount Urupehu, awesome. And we're definitely going to settle around that, because that's brilliant for us. I'm going to pop the production towards naval units in, so that we can actually get something out of that. In terms of faith production, obviously this is going to be good for us soon. The +1 production in all cities is pretty juicy, just to push out the settlers, so I'm going to do that. It's going to take 4 turns. It's still going to take 4 turns. Even if I go production focus, so that's fine. In terms of our cultures, we definitely need to build a specialty district to get state workforce. However, we do also need early empire. Craftsmanship we'll need eventually. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that policy card first up, though. We'll grab it. We'll grab it. We're not going to be able to improve 3 tiles anytime soon. We haven't quite got enough money to purchase a builder yet. We're quite shy, actually. Maybe we can grab a free one with our Pantheon. That would be really helpful. However, religious settlements is yet to be claimed. My goodness. We get the free settler and the border expansion. Oh, we have to take it. Fertility rights is tempting because I would love to improve these tiles in the capital as well. I can really see a great argument for that, but we're taking the free settler. We're absolutely taking the free settler there. There are some other ones, right? We could have got the plus production from coastal tiles and fishing boat improvements. I do think that's a good one, but in this case, not for me. Great, we've got some mountains, and oh, this is brilliant. I can see us spanning along this coastline here. Let's actually just check. Not strategic view. What am I doing? Fiddling around. Lenses. Let's check the continent lens. Okay, so America is at least along here, but then it does appear to swap back to Amasia. So we can get an amazing city up here, which we can turn into our new capital later in the game. But for now, we can keep settling America. Oh, this is actually all America. It's just those couple of little tiles there that are Amasia. They're amazing. So we can actually claim all of this land too. Oh, I love that. Okay, brilliant. So we can definitely get some cities up around here. Can it, like, look at this. This is insane. We can get... Wow. Wow. Oh, overwhelming. Overwhelming, to say the least. My goodness. Okay, right. A unit needs orders. Who is it, and what do they need? The scout. Let's keep scouting. Another tribal goodie hut. That's really what I want out of this. I want some more of these huts. I'd love to get some population, actually, would be massive for me. Some population. Epic Cheesecat says, I'm hungry. Ben says, hey, Jumbo, what victory are you aiming for as Phoenicia? I recently started a game, as don't know what to aim for. Oh, Nathan Bruno, you finally made it for the game. Wonderful. The early game. Good to see you, Nathan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, sorry, Ben, I don't have the, I had a little bit of an issue with my phone, so I don't actually have the chat up this time. So I have to tab out of the live stream to read the chat. So I'm going to be just a little bit less responsive than normal today. So apologies about that. I'm going to try and source a second monitor, just a crappy second monitor, but it's a work in progress. Yes, what victory condition am I aiming for? A really great question. And it will depend a little bit on what I discover as I'm scouting around, where I can get my city settled. You can see here, it's a real race against the clock with the Nubians to settle this land. A real race against the clock. I'm super concerned about that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, no, I'm going to lose that settler. Oh, shit. That was the misclick of a lifetime. I meant to move that back into the city and I accidentally moved it. No! No! Oh my goodness, I'm actually just going to have to reload that autosave just because, like, that is actually a total, like, that is not a strategic move. That is a misclick. I'm not a reloader, just so you know. I do not reload games in single player if bad things happen. You guys all know that because you watch my streams. However, if there's a game-breaking misclick, I think you're allowed to reload because, like you obviously didn't mean to do that. And while we're reloading, I can talk to you about what victory condition I'll aim for. And it's actually quite useful to have the screen up again. So basically with Phoenicia, what we want to do is settle wide, get a whole load of trade routes out, make a whole load of money from our coastal trade, and then flip our capital to a different continent and put in some policy cards that allow our initial cities, which in this game are on the American continent, to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, right? So our goal is to span out wide and build up a big empire. In terms of victory conditions, I think there are 3 plausible routes. The first is domination, and that really depends on like where you start, where your neighbors are. For example, I sort of wanted to play a domination game, but my nearest neighbor doesn't have a coastal city. And as Phoenicia, our game is really based around the coastline. So that's going to make it really hard for me. Also, my city-state neighbors didn't spawn on the coast, so we can't take them. I've rolled a pretty unlucky dice in terms of where other players have started. So that makes me think, actually, maybe we're not going domination. In which case, I think you have... Oh my goodness, I forgot to save that settler after talking about how important it was to reload to save the settler, and the scout didn't even take it. My goodness, I'm a lucky person. Okay, so that leaves us with probably either science or culture. I think there's no point going for a religious victory because we just don't have any bonuses to faith. As Phoenicia, there's no real way to get any faith bonuses. I'm just going to hope that the scout doesn't come back and kill me. So, basically, we're left with either science or culture, and so it will really depend on where I can get my cities down, and what kind of yields we can get out of them. I'm fairly flexible in this early game because, like I say, the core focus is not the victory condition, I don't think, in these first 100 turns. I think, yikes, I think the core focus... for us actually is just to get these cities up and see what kind of hand we're dealt. So sorry, it's a little bit vague, but it will... Okay, here we go. Here we go. But it will sort of make sense as I play through it a little bit more. We're going to instantly send you a delegation, which you'll happily accept because it's the first turn. And we want to try and keep these guys on side. Unfortunately, we have nothing to give them at the moment. But we don't want an early war. To be honest, I'm really unhappy with the start, actually. I'm really unhappy with the start. Mainly because my nearest neighbor is not coastal, and they've forward settled me. But that's okay. We're going to do what we can. We're going to need a builder pretty quick smart in this area, so just going to get the capital to provide us with a builder before it provides us with the next settler. In terms of next settle, I really want to get this coast settled because this was a really rude forward settle by them as far as I'm concerned. Loyalty doesn't matter for our coastal cities, so we don't need to worry about loyalty at all. So we can get up really close and personal. But of course, in order to do that, we need a military to protect ourselves, and unfortunately, our unique unit is going to be absolutely garbage, because they're not on the coast. Okay, so this is really problematic that our nearest neighbor is not on the coast, and it's going to force us to basically entirely change our strategy here. The early monument seems really bad, but it's kind of important, because we need culture. We need culture, quick, smart. I'm hoping to find a cultural goody hut around here to surge our culture upwards. We'll just hope that this barbarian camp doesn't send stuff out. Again, at this point, I'm so desperate to try and get these cities settled against the AI's advantage at these higher difficulty levels, that I just I just have to take this risk. I have to forward settle here. I have to. Also, it would be really nice to get some combat experience against the scout, so hopefully they don't flee too far. So much good land here. So much good land. I can settle another city up this way, and I will, but I need to land grab here first, as much as I possibly can. As much as I possibly can. We got writing, which is great. Tempted to swing into archers for the defensive move, but we just haven't got a kill with slingers. Celestial navigation is really important, but we'll go for the, we'll probably, because our harbours, right? This is our unique district, the Cothon. It replaces the harbour. And look at how insane it is. Plus 50% production towards training settlers in the city. So we want to get one down in the capital. Quick, smart, really. But we need builders first. We really need builders. So we should probably grab mining, just in case we do want to mine the stone. Like, that's probably a good play for us. Okay, so here's Istanbul. Good to know. They're quite far away, and they've probably already scouted all of this area. But we need the map data anyway, so we'll keep moving. We'll keep moving, we'll keep cruising. Speaking of cruising, let's force the scout into a really awkward spot. And of course it ran that way. Dunk dunk. It won't be able to take the settler this turn. And apparently scouts don't want to take my settlers anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is an amazing stream. Thank you, Ben. So Ben looks kind of hot, not gonna lie. I mean, that's your perspective, Epic Cheese Cat. It's not mine. But sure, sure. Let's grab the plus production towards builders. Really good for us. And then we've got classical era melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units. That's unfortunately going to be much better, probably much better for us than this naval unit bonus. Oh, we're not going to get to build our unique unit because there's no point in building it because there's no one along the coast. Look, another civ that has not settled on the coast. Unbelievable. That is so unlucky. Oh my goodness, I'm so disappointed. Okay, we do have the boost for political philosophy, so we just need to weave through early empire and state workforce. Which bonus can I get first is what I need to consider. Can I grow a city to 6, or can I build a specialty district first? Realistically, probably the specialty district is going to come first. And it's probably going to take me ages to grow a city to 6. The other option is we could go mysticism because we've got the boost, but I just think these two are much more important. And because this is realistically quite far away, and I can get the Eureka for this later, I should do this first, but I actually want the government plaza. So we need that government plaza quick start if we want to do what we want to do. Oh my, can you not beeline my settler, please? I mean, really? Okay, so we can get a campus down. Not what I want to do, though. I actually need some more builders. So I'm going to train another builder, and let's get the city growing. You, unfortunately, have to wait, because the settler has... the barbarians have decided to come down here and just be the absolute biggest nuisance they could ever be. Ah. There we go. We'll deal with them. It'll just take time. Let's just hope that the Nubians... If the Nubians... settle, I'm going to be so mad. Yeah, I mean, the camp, it only provides gold, but gold is nice for us to have. Let's check what this city is actually working. Yeah, it's working the right tiles. Improving the horses next will be a good idea. We also need to improve our sea resources, though, and we actually have 2, so let's do both of those to get the Eureka for celestial navigation. Can't forget that. There's so many Eurekas you've got to think about and juggle in your mind when you're playing Civ 6, but I think over time it starts to make a bit more sense. But of course, this is actually my first time playing as Phoenicia, so I only know like what I've read up about them. We're about to improve the 2 sea resources, so let's grab astrology now, and then we can bump into a boosted celestial navigation and get our... Oh no! Oh my gosh! That is not what I wanted to see. Oh, why? Why, Sid Meier's? Why you do this to me, Sid? Why you do this to me? Devolution, not Constantinople. Constantinople got the works, but that's nobody's business but the Turks. Oh, incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Right, a unit needs orders. Who the hang is it? Oh, shoot. I forgot to send, dang it. He won't accept that now. Rats. That's a big misplay by me. What is going on? Suiman? Hey, friend. Just gonna send your warriors in, are ya? Okay, and the Norwegians are, of course, on the coastline. They'll take... If I was them, I would be taking that city quick smart. Lots of woods and marsh about. Okay, we can finally get moving with this city. We've got our neural builder here ready to improve our 2 coastal tiles. And here we go. Sample my hospitality. Inca, and please take my delegation. Let's be friends. How are we doing with these noobs? Still don't have a lot we could trade them. But that's okay. Is it? Probably not. Right, let's claim this kill. Thanks very much. And get settling. Now, we do need to think about actually how greedy we can be with this, how far we can push it. We need to connect these pearls. They're a luxury. They'll provide the amenities to a nuke, which is very important. Interesting decisions to make here. While we have the boost builder production, I'm going to go one more builder, and we'll swap out that policy card at our next opportunity. Because that should have me set for builders for my core, at least for the beginning of my core territories. Nah. Settling there has no fresh water, whereas if I move one that way, I do have fresh water. Settling on the wheat isn't terrible. In terms of future settles, there's probably one next to Mount Ruapehu. Potentially though, one there. That could be our way to claim Mount Ruapehu, and then we can still have one there. Yeah, so, and also we can get that mountain. So that's actually really good for us. Part of me's kind of wondering if I skip this one altogether, just because of how close it is here. Like, we might just lose it. But actually, we have to risk it for the biscuit in this game. Look at this. Here's another settler. Where is she going? No! It's an absolute land grab down here, folks. It's first come, first serve. Absolute land grab. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's improve these horses. Get that connected up. Your delegation is absolutely welcome. Okay, she's going to keep going that way. We need to see where she's going. We're going to pop down this aggro afford settlement. Why did I get that boost? Just quickly checking the continent. Oh, yep, no, we're good. It's good. I thought it was an intercontinental boost for a minute there. I got a little bit concerned. Connect up those pearls, easy as. And again, we'll grab that monument and leave it at that, I think. Hello, Oslo. Another coastal city. But of course, it's with a naval empire. So, what we wanted was just a weak civ that we could prey on along the coastline. Even a city-state. There could be one up here still, though. There's still room to explore, so it might be worth building... No, do not take my Mount Ruapehu. Or if you do, at least settle along the coast so I can take it back with ease. Well, not with ease, but, you know, relative ease anyway. We will need to get some mines down, and they're really good improvements. I think we can send this... We can just set the scout to automate now. Get away from my Mount Ruapehu. Oh, no. Hey. Womp. It turns it into a 2 food 2 production. It's not great, but we need to build the mines anyway, so I don't mind expending one charge. What do you call that? I'm just furious. I'm actually just furious at this point. Do I just have to send a whole load of warriors over, do I? Is that what we've come to? No, let's focus in. So, we're 5 turns away from getting our government plaza. I just can't get a good campus in this city. Like, it's just trash central, and not the district that I want. But I definitely want some traders. But probably I want to send them to the capital rather than away from it. I also probably want some military units. Let's get a slinger. Let's just produce a couple of slingers, just in case. I'll get down here and improve this. Or actually, let's swing by and improve these pearls first to get the extra luxury to trade. What do I want to improve here? Kind of want maybe to mine that stone to get a bit of extra production. We also do want growth, though. Let's have a look at what tiles we're actually working. Yeah, we probably do want that one. We've got a bit of cash money in the bag. What can we buy with it? How can we boost ourselves quite quickly here? What would be the best use? Capital's doing okay for housing. A nook a little bit low. It would actually be really nice to get the granary. That will set the capital up nicely to grow in the future. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We don't need to get the builder because we went with the production... rats, can't buy that tile. We went with the culture card that allowed us to get the... That city's going to have to die, probably. This is not going as intended. But we also actually really like to get some trade routes up and running. No, I might improve that rice. Just because the city's going to struggle to grow otherwise. Let's get a slinger around to Sidon. And do I want to build my 4th settler in the capital right now without Magnus? 3 turns? No, I don't. So I've got 3 turns before I can start building the government plaza. The trader's going to take 5. Could just grab another slinger. Yeah, let's grab another slinger. Just because we are close to the enemy. Yonk will improve those. And let's, for now, see what she'll give me. 5 gold, 6 gold per turn, and 5 one-off gold. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's pretty good for us. You know, that's like, your cities overflow with filth. Well, that feels a little bit harsh, lady. It feels a little bit harsh. But also not untrue. I'll say that much. It's not untrue. Get some farms going. We can see there'll be a little farm triangle here. I need those spices, don't I? Holy moly. 60 gold. Okay. $60 gold. I mean, it's only 2 turns. What are the chances? Your seas are unprotected, friend. And she hates me because of because I'm settling right on her, which is fair. And I'm going to continue to do it. So it's really fair. Oh, okay. So next turn we'll be able to steal those. So let's move the worker towards them. And pray that she doesn't grab that tile this turn. I think we were fine. We're not really building units, so let's just save some gold for the... Ooh, do we... Actually, let's keep that in. Yeah, let's keep a Golga in. That's really powerful for us in the early game. But we're probably not going to be building builders, so I'm feeling comfortable to pop the +1 production in all cities in. That'll help us nicely. It is now time to go early empire. Brilliant. The next part of our strategy. We will, of course, be jumping to political philosophy after that, and probably going oligarchy, I would say. But we'll see. Government plaza time, baby. Yep. Let's do it. No real second guessing that. And let's send this slinger also down. We'll send this one down to a nuke. We've got a governor. Now, I do need Magnus. I definitely need a Magnus. So let's chuck a Magnus into the capital. And get him established, because we're going to move towards his... Oh, do not start with me. You absolute bellend. Lucky we got 2 slingers. Let's use the slingers to take that out. And... Yes! Something's gone right. 11 turns until border growth? I don't think so. Try border growth right now. We, of course, don't have irrigation. But that's fine. I would also really like to take that maze tile, so that'll be the next thing that I'm going to spend my gold on. Most certainly, we need to grab these tiles. They're of the utmost importance. That unit just suicided in, which is a big mood. Thank you for that. For the time being, do I want to expend this builder charge? No. And she's just going to take all of Mount Uruapehu. Oh, that's really frustrating. Pinned me in down here. But there's still plenty of land up this way. So we might shift our focus up north. Maybe we say we've forward settled her as much as we needed to. Here's a barbarian camp we can clear for free as well. That's great. She's got a unique archer, which is an incredibly powerful unit in Civ 6. It made it into my top 5 unique units video just because of how powerful that thing is. So that's quite scary for me. I am very scared. Right, we've got a government plaza down, which is pretty cool. Let's get a trader or 2 or 3. Let's fill up our trade routes to the max. And this city is a really interesting one. There is actually an opportunity for a +3 campus here, which is really hard for us to get. So let's grab it. And I think we will. Settlers trained in the city do not consume population. That's really vital for us. We'll also love supply logistics, right? +20% growth in this city. Your trade routes. Actually, let's grab that first. Trade routes ending here provide +2 food to the starting city. Let's grab that first. Yeah, let's definitely grab that first, because that'll be more useful for us in the immediate short term. We're probably not quite ready to spam up that way. Plink. Bronze working, boost, nice. Let's hope that another unit doesn't randomly appear. Get out of here, Valletta, this is mine. Got that Vital Era score, which we are a little bit low on, so that was nice to pick up. Send these guys back to base. The warrior needs to hang around here for now, I think. Now, there was something else I was thinking about, or it would be nice to connect those crabs. Another sea resource for us to work. In terms of military strength, we're a little on the weak side. Thankfully, our neighbor is fairly weak as well. That's something I like to see. Are we ready to go +50%? Not quite ready for colonization, but we're very close. To be honest, I'm really tempted by just quickly pumping in land surveyors. Yeah, that would be really useful for me because there are a few tiles that I actually really want to buy in this city. That one's, we're going to get that in 3 turns. Can I be greedy and wait the 3 turns? Probably. We could buy it next turn anyway. But I'm just going to buy up these tiles and sort of force my border upon her a little bit. Sorry. Let's get archery just in case we get attacked. I think that's quite sensible. And let's promote Magnus up to where he needs to be with the settler provision. That's one of the 3 vital elements complete for our ultimate settler production plan. Brilliant stuff. Let me just quickly check what's going on. Sweet. Just checking in on chat just to make sure that if there was any like questions or whatever that I hadn't answered. I don't want to miss you guys, but I do have to tab out to check it. Sorry. But I think I'll hear that if someone subscribes or if there's a super chat or whatever, I do hear that notification. So I can respond to that pretty quickly. Okay, let's get our harbour down. This is the next big thing. As you can see, this is our unique harbour as the Phoenicians, the Carthaginians as Dido. Plus 50% production towards naval units and settlers in the city, or wounded naval units in the city borders heal instantly after 1 turn. We also will receive our Great Admiral generation and all of the standard bonuses for being next to government plazas, the city centre, so on and so forth. This is a pretty crappy harbour, but like not the end of the world. There's a good one going there potentially, so Maybe I forego the +2. Although, where are you going to put your... Probably there. We'll go there. That's fine. That's not the best, but it's fine. This city will have a nice harbour there. And then this one also can go there. We'll get some adjacent seeing. Maybe a commercial hub in this city, potentially. But because we've got the harbours, there's less of a need for the commercial hubs. Right, let's get trading. And actually, our internal trade routes are probably better than our externals at the moment. Unless there is a city-state who would like a trade route. Train an archer and send a trade route. Okay, so Milta would like a trade route. Are they still alive? Yes, but they're about 1 million miles away, so not going to happen. That's fine. Let's actually rehome this trader to Sidon, and then we'll send it to the capital, because that will provide some extra food and stuff. We'll get this up on the border, which is going to be a slightly militarized border at this point. But it is what it is. Should really use this builder to improve that tile rather than just standing around. Unfortunately, we're just in a normal age, which is not the end of the world. I think that monumentality is potentially huge for us, so we're going to grab that. And now we'll send this to the capital. It will provide +2 food to the capital, +2 food, normally, and the +2 production. So we'll spam that over. That's probably our best one we can get. We can get a little bit of science from trading with Bologna, but fang it to the capital. Brilliant. Currency boosted. Let's fortify that slinger, bring that one over. Everything's looking pretty good. The production there is just absolutely garbage, which is why I'm going to bring this builder over and get this quarry up and running. In terms of our next technologies, not mad at picking up bronze working, although, of course, would be nice to get horsemen as well. Lots of things I would like to get, but let's go bronze working. See if we can get some quick spearmen, some quick swordsmen would be great, actually. Building an iron mine and building a quarry, which we can totally do. Brilliant. I would like to build some military units, but we're just sort of crumbling under our amenities at the moment. We somehow didn't actually get that many luxuries. Irrigation to improve those spices is going to be quite important. We're still really low on trade routes as well, so let's go another trader in the capital. Seems smart. Temple of Artemis is actually kind of juicy for us too, but we won't take it. We want to get our lighthouse out. That'll improve our boats. It'll give us +1 food on coastal tiles, which we have a few of, obviously. +1 trade route capacity, and a little bit of extra housing. Tempting. We might grab that next, but there are a couple of other things that we need first in order to make this early game strategy play out. And man, we've been plagued with issues the whole time. That gets that to a +2/+2. It's all right. I just don't really think I want to work that tile right now. That tile is not great. Like, do I want to trade? I really probably actually want to take that and work that for now. Work those 3 just for the 1 production, which is pretty miserable, but let's actually try and improve that tile. Are there any value in doing some deforestation? Not particularly. Let's fortify until healed, and we can get an archer next turn, which will complete that quest for that city-state, so we'll do it. Promote this one. And while a granary is tempting, Our holy sites, our harbors are just so good. So let's get another harbor down in Sidon as quickly as we possibly can. I'm also pretty keen to build a builder sometime soon. And as soon as we get political philosophy, we'll swap out our culture cards, because I realize they're a little bit out of date at this point. A little bit out of date. And wonderful stuff. Would like to go for the Golden Age. Really important for us to go for the Golden Age. Oh, and fantastic. We've got the next government. Now, this is a really interesting decision. Okay? We're struggling at the moment with amenities. We could go all cities receive +1 housing and +1 amenity and the Great Person points. Love Classical Republic. Really good. Autocracy up the top. +1 to all yields for each government plaza, building, diplomatic quarter, and palace. That is quite strong for us because we have gone for the early government plaza. We don't have any buildings in it yet, but once we do, that's a really powerful building that'll surge our capital. Really surge our capital. And we get the bonus production towards wonders. There's actually only one wonder I would like, and we'll look at that in a second. Finally, we could go for oligarchy, which is going to be really powerful for us if we end up at war with Nubia. And that's what I'm concerned about. Okay? This one will be really good for our military, right? +4 combat strength to all of our units. We can potentially teach Nubia a lesson here. I think that either of these two are much better for city building, right? Particularly Classical Republic appeals to me at the moment. But oligarchy is really juicy. Really juicy for that extra combat strength, and I'm really worried about the border tension that's going on, so I'm gonna take it. Risky, I know, but I'm gonna take it. Right. What policies can I use to utilize those bonuses the best? Conscription actually gonna be pretty useful for us. Land surveyors has got to go. That's just totally useless. Let's plug in colonization, or no. We're not quite ready to colonize yet. We're very close. Very close, but just not quite there yet. So I'm going to go with the +1 production. And then in this slot, I'm going to play like an absolute madman and go the extra production on our boats as well. Yup. I actually quite like this play. Right, we're going to need the battering ram, but we also do need irrigation though, so we'll pop in and grab irrigation and then think about the battering ram. In terms of our civics now, I would quite like to pick up military tradition. That will get us the flanking support combat bonuses. It's only 3 turns, pretty easy pickup. And then, just to keep the cultural victory open, we should grab drama and poetry. Do I want to pop back for mysticism? Yeah, I'll do it afterwards. Cool. Okay. And then we'll focus down the line. Oh, yes. In terms of wonders, one that I'm particularly interested in is this. The Casa de Contradiction. Absolutely nailed that pronunciation, by the way. Thank you very much. We get 3 governor promotions, all cities, not on our capital, so we can swap our capital, and then wabamo. Gain +15% production, +15% faith, +15% gold. That combos really well with some other cards as well. And it just has to be built next to a government plaza. I don't mind even if it just ends up in the original capital. I don't actually super mind where it is. I would just quite like to get it. So we need cartography to build it, right? We need cartography to build it. It also gives us great merchant points and rock concerts, which is cool. So we will focus on cartography. Here's the final part of my plan for the capital. So we want either the warlords. Sorry, no, I know exactly what I want. I want the Ancestral Hall. 50% increased production towards settlers. New cities receive a free builder. Wow. And we unlock a really powerful legacy card as well. So I want a lot of things in this city, but I definitely want the Ancestral Hall. So let's grab that. I also need to make use of this military thing that I've got going on. Let's transfer this trade route to Anuk and send that to Tyre as well to pump Tyre up. Pump Tyre up! Oh, the puns! Oh my goodness. Pump the Tyre up. Deity, yes, thank you, Ben. Sorry about that. Yes, absolutely playing on Deity. Oh no, I've already read that super chat. Hello, super chat. Sorry, just catching up on the chat. And thank you so much to everybody who's dropped a like rating on the video. Super appreciate you all. Super appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. It's wonderful to help the YouTube algorithm, the mysterious beast. We're slowly learning. We're slowly learning about the YouTube algorithm. Right. Let's pump up tire. Shame we're not getting roads because all of our trade is happening by the sea, but it is what it is. Do I want plus 50% reduction towards heavy and light cavalry? No, I don't think so. But this is an opportunity for me actually to do a little bit of a backtrack on this plan, which is really nice. Because I think actually, throw it out. Actually, no, keep Agog and keep conscription. But give me the settler production because we're actually nearly ready to go. But also keep the +1 production, but we'll put it down there. So we'll just pivot slightly towards settlers because we're closer than I thought. We're much closer than I thought. Masonry's boosted, and it would be really handy to have walls. Really handy to have walls, potentially. Also the battering ram and the harvesting of stone. Not a big deal, the harvesting of stone. Not so worried about that. Mainly because it just sort of didn't matter, really. 1,000-year flood. She hates us because we're not productive. We hate her because she built a really aggressive encampment and walls in that city. Woof. And our warrior took an absolute beating. This archer will just sort of turtle in here. Let's get another archer up and running just because relations are souring a little bit with our neighbor, and I'm not actually trying to improve them either. She's struggling a bit probably with that flood. That's fine. Fortify that archer. I'll just keep these units near Sidon. Sidon really struggling with amenities. Wondering if anybody's got anything to trade. Make me a deal I can't refuse. She's useless. What about our mate? He's useless as well. I could sell him my diplomatic favor for a bit of money. One gold per turn. How about one diplomatic favor? Brilliant. Thank you. This, like, it's so dumb, you know? Like, it's so dumb. Like, why make me click all these extra times to get the 5 gold per turn? You know? It's a bit weird. What would you give me? Except, like, it feels so cheesy, but it's like, he's willing to pay 1 gold per turn. So, you know, like, why would I not? Who's doing the best? You are. He's still. I forgot to send him delegation on the first turn. If you send it to them on the first turn, they always accept it. So it's like a total no-brainer to send it to them on their first turn. He's got nothing as well. You want some horses? What will you give me for all of these horses? Great. Thanks very much. Maybe let's pop a deal with the Nubians as well, just to sweeten them. I'm happy to say throw, I don't know, 15 horses at her for a bit of cash moolah. Brilliant. Let's also maybe touch base with the Incans, see how they're doing. They have olives. They will not trade them under any terms. But they will give me a whopping 7 gold per turn for those horses. That I love to see. You want some more? 1. Sure. Okay, great. So we've just really pumped up our gold per turn, something I should have done ages ago. What was that notification? A new subscriber! AW, congrats, you're my new favorite subscriber! You did it! Welcome along to the channel. Welcome along. Oh, we've been pinned in between literally a rock and a hard place. Yikes. Well, just just do you. They love us. Not sure why. Ah, wonderful. And the Nubians have completely changed their tune on us. They are actually so weak. Oh my goodness. Look at their military strength. She's got almost nothing. Oh, it's such a shame she doesn't have a coastal city. That is just such a shame. Opportunities are plenty. This city's really struggling with like housing and all sorts of crap, so I'm going to get it to pump out a settler just to reduce its population. Because it might as well. We're about to get our first campus online, which will be a +3, which will give us some era score. How dare you claim these lands, you weak fool, she says. She would like my horses, and in exchange she will give me not a great deal, but I'm just not using them, so no, I'm going to refuse that, actually. That's a garbage deal. 1 gold per turn. I might want some horses, so I should keep them just in case. There's our +3 campus, which will surge us up in terms of era score. Love to see it. In terms of next steps... I would love to get swordsmen. I would love to get some early swordsmen. We do want cartography as well if we want to get the Casa de Contradiction. It'll also get us the Caravel and +2 gold from fishing boat improvements, which is pretty special for us. So we can't forget that. Own 2 galleys. Oh man, we don't even have 2 of our unique units. That's just tragic. Let's go early swordsman. I'd like to build the iron mine if I could, and I can, and I will. Good stuff. We'll buy a builder in the city and consider purchasing the iron. It looks like it's not going to grow to it anytime soon, so we'll just buy it because we're going to have to buy it anyway. And then in a nook, it definitely wants a harbour because our harbours are, as we said, just insanely good. There's actually a good one out this side, and we already have a couple there. We don't have to put it there to synergize with that. And I mean, look at this. We can pin it between the crabs and the pearls. That's a great spot. Let's go for the +4 harbour. Love to see it. Do I want to build it immediately is the next question, or would I prefer to get the granary for the +2 housing? Or even potentially a settler or a military unit. There's lots to consider. Also the library, like we're not making a lot of science. And it would be nice to get a library up somewhere to focus on our technology. So I might just swap the production order over there for the time being. Cool. Yeah, we got lots of we've got actually far too many improvements to do here to get this builder. I'm just going to quickly swap over the production queue and 9 turns for a builder. The production in the city just sucks. I need to buy builders almost everywhere. Is the sad truth. This warrior will become a swordsman, so we're going to pop it up onto her border. Her military strength is even weaker than it was before. I mean, I mean, do I do it? I kind of feel like I have to, right? I feel like we should gear up for a relatively early war here. But then also, you know, I think, well, the lighthouse in the capital is outstanding for its future growth. We desperately need builders, so we'll have to build at least one. A new governor tile is fantastic for us. Really fantastic. And there are so many. Rain is going to be good for us in future because of the harbour adjacencies. So I'm pretty tempted to appoint her now. Acquire new tiles faster, +3 gold from each foreign trade route passing through the city. That's interesting because it probably makes a nook the better one. But I'd really prefer actually to have her inside on. just to have our governor in Sidon. Mainly for, like, the loyalty pressure, because we're being sort of crumbled a bit here. Not that it matters, of course, because it's on the same continent as our capital for now. In terms of my policy cards, this one is becoming a bit redundant, and I do want to pump out some builders, so we'll focus in on that. We'll keep the production on settlers, because we are going to bounce back there. These are doing nothing for me. +2 gold. Get out. But is there anything better? Not particularly. Go the naval units. Let's get our 2 galleys. We will want 2 galleys eventually. And in terms of, I would also like to get a suzerain, but we've found just crappy military cities, really. +1 science in the capital and in every library. Sure, we'll trade our envoy for +1 science. It's a reasonable deal. He would like our horses, and he'll give us 3 gold per turn for 20 horses. I think we can do a little bit better than that. I also note that we have some pearls to trade, and I'm wondering if old mate has anything to trade in return. Hopefully he does. Let's see if we can make him a deal. Nah, he's got nothing. Got absolutely nothing. For now, let's actually force... oh, no, she probably won't want them. Oh, she does want them. Let's trade them for 6 gold per turn. It'll help reduce her economic ability in one part, which is really great. And also maybe make her less likely to attack us right now, which is also really nice to have. I think I'm pretty happy with those for the time being. Once that build is done, we'll get some settlers pumping, because we're ready to start pumping settlers in the capital. And in terms of our civics, I think we've got everything we need for the beginning, and then we can start to focus in on what we want. Sorry. I'm just thinking... really want military training for the veterancy policy. So, the Eurekas are going to be a real challenge, though, aren't they? Research construction and build an encampment. Build an encampment I could consider. Research and construction, a little more difficult. We grab suzerainship off. Maybe Valletta. What Eurekas do I need? Shipbuilding owned 2 galleys. We've got those. Construction, we need to build a water mill. It's quite a way off. It's quite a way off. Probably not something we're actually going to do. Sadly. Probably not this time. Right, we've got swordsman, which is big news for us. And we've just got that warrior. We've just got that builder connected on time. For now, let's grab horseback riding. And we've got loads of bonus production towards building military units, so it feels silly not to. Let's get our 2 biremes in our canal city. That will be great for us. Really great, actually. And then Sidon needs to focus on growth primarily. It also would really love a builder. But we're probably better off... we'll give it a builder. We'll give it a builder. It's got its settler. We can't settle anywhere around here. Which is what it is. We also can't quite embark our settlers yet, which is actually really annoying. Because we don't have roads. We sort of rely on the ocean for all of our trade and everything. But that's fine. We'll send the settler around this way and start settling up here. Start doing some land grabbing. Because there's a whole load of land to grab. I mean, look, we could nearly... That tile there. My goodness. I'd love a city up this coast. Love some cities up this way. So that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to expand to the north, folks. We're going to take it all the way up to the north. And expand big time. Big time. What's up, Dutch Designs? Nice to see you, my friend. You too can be my favorite subscriber by hitting that sweet, sweet like button. Oh, my goodness. So good to see you. Welcome along. Always good to see you in the chat. Okay, let's continue focusing on our game plan of absolute colonializing the oceans. Here's our boat. This one, we're just going to send off to explore. Maybe even the other one too. Purely because we got really unlucky and the noobs are full on coastal. She's improving her military strength a bit, but as are we. So I'm not entirely scared. In terms of trade routes, we're already sending one from each of these into the capital. Do we want to give Sidon the extra food? Not really. I think what we'll do with this trader is transfer them to the capital. Let's do that. Whammo! There's our iron up and running. That will boost. That will boost. That will. Oh, do I want crossbows as well? I want everything. Is the truthful answer here. Petra, not useful. Owning 2 galleys we're about to do. Let's grab shipbuilding next. I don't actually super need the commercial hub right now, but it will be useful. So we'll grab that third, and then we'll push up to cartography. And I think we might just beeline cartography. So we're going to need to... We're not going to be able to build a classical era wander unless we really focus it. Kill a unit with a spearman. We can potentially do that. Let's try and kill a unit with a spearman and think about wonders, but probably not build them in reality. He'd like all of my Diplo favor. He's going to give me a whole lot of iron and some gold. Not really a deal I'm interested in. But you know what I would be interested in? Selling you my horses. Would you like 10 horses? And some diplomatic favor. All I want is oranges. And some gold. What would you do? He would give me 21 gold and his oranges. I love that. Thanks. Great! Just what we needed for our amenities. Brilliant stuff. Okay. Let's send that Bireme out to explore the world as well, because we don't know what it looks like. And let's start pumping out settlers. We are ready to go. We are ready to go with our insane production bonus towards settlers. We can pump them out in the capital in but 30 turns. In but 4 turns, pump out settlers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll probably smash out like 4 of them. Also, we get really cheap military units here, so maybe we sort of pop in between each one. We'll see how it goes. Trade route time. Would be nice to get a road out to Valletta. Would also be nice to get a road to Kerma, because Kerma may be the target of a military strike, although, look at this juicy title. Let's send it to He. Get a road to He, and then maybe we focus on He. Oh, all the wonders. As our primary target. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. We've got a lot of gold, so let's spend it. Trade route capacity, always worth investing in. However, there may be some buildings, some nice cheap buildings that we can get to help our empire grow. Like a granary here. This city is struggling with housing. Could really do with an immediate boost for a granary. That's going to help it along a great deal. And then perhaps tile acquisition in the capital might be a bonus. Or tile acquisition here is really important too. Just because we don't know what's going to happen. Like an encampment there would be an outstandingly aggressive encampment. Or maybe we focus on that instead. Also tile acquisition in the capital though, right? One of these tiles would be really nice to improve. Is there anything this builder would like to improve in the meantime? I need to make sure that I have at least all of my coastal tiles improved. So there is actually one down here to be improved. However, the builder might want to follow this settler and connect whatever luxury we end up going for up this way, which is probably potential. There aren't actually that many. Goodness gracious, look at that. Either way, let's put him there. Just sleep him for now. Oh, and look, we actually have this settler as well that I produced about 1,000,000 years ago out of Sidon and then totally forgot about. Good stuff. Okay, we'll keep both of these builder charges in that case. Because we're probably going to have 2 cities up this way. Hey, barbarian warrior, what are you doing? And I'm just going to explore with this warrior. That feels a little bit risky. But it is what it is. I'm actually not stressed. Because I think this is fairly safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sending a warrior up there for no for no good reason. Obviously. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, next turn. Let's go. So this is our core territory. I wanted it to be 4 cities. I wanted nerdy, but it's only 3. But it is what it is. Our military strength is pretty impressive, and it's going to be even more impressive very soon. Lots of land down here potentially to explore as well. Love to see it. Yet another settler. Look at this. The great colonization of the north. And our new cities get free builders when they're produced by Tyre. So it's actually really important for Tyre to just pump out settlers like there's no tomorrow. However, the lighthouse would be really beneficial for our future growth as well, I acknowledge. Also, trade routes. Can't beat some trade routes. But I'm going to go... I think 1 more settler is right. We can pump out 3 cities up this way, I reckon. And I'm going to be pretty liberal with placing them. And by that, what I'm saying is, I don't particularly care about min-maxing them perfectly. I just really want to place them. 3 gold per turn and open borders for 10 iron. Nope. Mainly just because I'm going to need my iron. So I'm not quite ready just to trade that away for no reason. Yeah. We could build here and then aqueduct to the fresh water. It would connect. Actually, that's like fine. That is just fine. And then in terms of early production for it, we can get like horses connected or something. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do that. Oh my goodness, Mogadishu is actually coastal. The Incans have a coastal capital. That potentially changes everything for us as well. A new strategy has opened up. I don't think we can win the domination victory, but I think we can use domination to help our victory. 4 gold per turn for 19 Diplo. What do you think about 1 gold per turn? What do you think about 5 one-off gold for a Diplo? No. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Do I want to change my policies? I don't need the production on builders anymore. That's a total waste of time. Thinking about great person points, but also about generic boosts to the empire. We actually could consider building a wonder as well, now that we've pumped out 3 settlers. How close are we? I'll confirm that policy, but probably take out colonization pretty soon. Yeah, next time we get a government, we'll take out colonization, because it's actually less important. Keep moving. The plight of the settlers continues. A nuke. Where would you like to trade? I think it would be a good idea to get a road to Valletta, but also we could just grow the city like there's no tomorrow with a nice internal trade route for growth and production. Yeah, let's do that. That's really powerful, and it does matter for our core territories to get them up nice and strong. It would be really great if there was a bit of an inlet here. I'd love to see some more ocean. I'm a bit disappointed at the lack of ocean here, to be honest. Right. Next up, let's get a spearman built in a nuke. Oh, interesting. Very interesting, actually. Just peek ahead with this builder, just in case. This is wow! Look at all these productive tiles. This is fantastic. Unfortunately, no fresh water, but it is what it is. So let's go womp one there, and then one up there. This city is immediately unhappy, but we might be able to negotiate. Unfortunately, not for anything he's got, but we might be able to negotiate with someone for a duplicate of a strategic resource. See if we can. Nothing. Sweet nothing. However, while we're here, what will you give me for these horses? Only 2 gold. I'll take it. Was there anyone that we didn't offer a trade with? Just the noobs. She's got nothing anyway. We might be able to sell her some horses. Either way, she's just going to give us 1 gold. So, see ya. Okay. Brand new city down. Let's get... Lots of juicy stuff can happen here. This city, we probably don't need to focus on an early monument, but rather early growth, because it's going to potentially be a real powerhouse. A real productive powerhouse anyway. Connecting that incense would be just stupidly valuable to us as well. Let's grab that tile. Pop back this way, go mine and incense. Nice plan. And cool. Okay, so we explored that. You can just carry on exploring. And we can sort of awkwardly fit this city in now, can't we? Is that coastal? Oh my goodness, I think that's coastal. We can actually get on that other coast. Is that in the same continent? Yes. That's big. That's big. That's definitely where we'll send our next one. This one is so far north, though, I'm tempted to keep going up this coastline. Like, there isn't terrible. We'll try that. We'll try that. And in terms of where I want this builder to go, I don't think this builder needs to go with that settler, because that settler should produce a builder by itself. So let's help Utica out slightly. We'll just give it a mine or something here. And then we'll send this one charge builder out this way to have a look at what's going on. Oh, there's a nice Petra Island there available there as well, isn't there, team? Yeesh. Right, we're just going to quickly swap to a very quick coffee break, ladies and gents. I just need a little refill. So I'm just going to quickly pop and grab a cuppa, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you very shortly. Oakley dokley neighborinos, we're back with a piping hot cup of hazelnut coffee today, which is a little bit of fun, a little bit adventurous, but it's like the cheapest hazelnut coffee money can buy. So it's, when I say hazelnut coffee, I mean like coffee that kind of maybe tastes slightly like hazelnut, but not really. One day I'll have a coffee machine. That would be incredible. That would be incredible. But for now, nothing like a little bit of boiled water and some Insta coffee. Righto. Colossus is just not worth 24 turns. Like, it just isn't. It just so isn't. I want a builder, and then I think I want another settler. That's what I want from my capital for now. Now, where should we settle? I think it should be this way. I really do. Let's get that mine down. There's apprenticeship boosted. Let's get Whomp, that incense connected. That's really nice for us. It'll help our amenities, which are not struggling, but, you know, could be better. Get away from those barbs, you madman. Right. Nice that we have actually got a great person. It was an admiral. So, +5 combat strength, +1 movement to classical and medieval era naval units within 2 tiles. Forms a fleet out of a military naval unit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll take that. We'll take it. We can buff one of our naval units in a big way. For now, we'll just sleep there. Sidon needs a lot of investment. I'm a little worried about Sidon. I would love to get an encampment down in Sidon, but it really does need money poured into it in a big way. So, for the time being, I really am actually stuck with what to do with Sidon. Sidon has been a bit of a flop, to be honest. I don't love Sidon. What would make me love it more is what I need to ask myself. Really, a lighthouse. A lighthouse would make me love it more. How much would it cost me to buy it outright? 480 gold. Let's save for a lighthouse and instead begin constructing our first encampment. The most aggressive encampment ever. I can either put it right next to Kerma and block this land. Or I can put it here. I think I'm going to put it here. I'm going to pop it right next to theirs. Wow, amazing stuff. And let's help. Let's actually improve some of these tiles. Really need to go on a tile improving spree at the minute. And this builder will act as a scout now that he's down to 1 charge. Like I said before, we'll get that rolling. Oh, and look at this. The Russians would be so stoked to find that land. Us, however, not so stoked. Not so stoked. Oy vey. I need the aqueduct, and then I want apprenticeship, and then I want cartography, and that's what I want. I don't ask for much. Cool. Alright. Eureka. Production powerhouse. Let's have a look and see what we've got over this way. This settler has arrived to what is undoubtedly a fairly crappy spot for a city, but nonetheless, we shall do it. We get a free builder, which means we can insta-connect those crabs. That's nice to have. This iron tile is going to be outstanding once we can get it. So we'll improve that next. And then, shall we settler sprawl our way up or across? I'm not sure. Could go for a middle city here. It's not coastal, but it's a good spot for it nonetheless. So I'm thinking about putting one down here and then putting one down on this coastline and sort of straddling this inland sea if I can. However, for the time being, there are some juicy campuses there's some juicy campus potential, isn't there? Nothing for the theatre squares. We're really not doing ourselves any wonders with theatre squares. But campuses, pretty good, pretty good. There's also potential, real potential for an industrial district. This could be a real production powerhouse, this city. It may also benefit more from commercial hubbing. Let's, for starters, just grab... let's, for starters, just go for the monument. I think the monument's good for us because of how our loyalty works, particularly in the core territories, but it's good sort of everywhere. Right, let's plop around this way, see what we can find. Oh, I just heard an alert. I will tab across. Devilish. For... I super chatted $3.50. What a generous person. We had a whole lot of coup. Nice to see you with us, Nathan Bruno, and Devilish. Nice to see you. It's always so good to see channel members in the chat. And Devilish with the $1.99 super chat for what is a fleet but a watery war stick. A very good call. And Dutch Designs ask, do you have a Discord server? I do actually. It's in the works. But it is it will be for members only because I need to have some sort of reward tiers for the members, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what they should be. Like they're still a little bit fluid, but it's probably going to be a members only, just to sort of limit it a bit. However, I do have a Twitter where I'm active and I engage with everybody. So if you do want to hit me up, Twitter's a great place to do it. Also, the YouTube community page is a great place to do it as well, because I'm pretty active there. Okay, this is big for us because we can open up a lot of potential, along this coastline. We want 2 cities, so I'm going to settle as low as I can. I think. As low as I can go. Where are we? A nuke. It would love a granary, but it would also, of course, love a lighthouse. +2 housing of the cities adjacent to coast. Granary provides +2 housing. This provides +1 food from coastal tiles. The lighthouse is just flat out a better granary for us. There's no real competition. Oh, that peninsula there looks juicy too. Oh, all the juicy peninsulas. How are we doing in the capital, by the way? Working like reasonable tiles. They're not incredible, but they're good enough. Interesting that we're not working that fish. I think that's fine for now. Let's connect up that. That turns that spices tile into a whopping tile. We'll also build a farm on that maize. That will really help Sidon. I'm way less worried about Sidon than I was before. We've got our spearmen, which we need to get a kill with. Here's looking at you, Nubia. Hey? Cool. So, I don't know if you remember... Here's an opportunity. It's a shame it didn't erupt this way, but I see an opportunity on the horizon. I'm less worried about saving up for the lighthouse in this city. I definitely want to upgrade that swordsman. I would love also to get crossbows, which makes me think we might want to own 3 archers and build ancient walls. Let's actually prioritize crossbows here, I think. Although the men-at-arms, we could get really quick men-at-arms. Jeepers. Swordsman has 35 combat strength, men-at-arms has 45. Perhaps. No, I actually think the crossbows... I think we can kind of do both. So I need ancient walls, archers, and I've already got the mines. So I need ancient walls and archers as a priority. Whoops, that was just a really stupid misclick. However, opportunity. From misclick comes opportunity. Uh-oh, looks like we're stuck by a stupid iceberg. Now we know how the Titanic felt. Too soon. Oh, way too soon. You can't say that. Womp. Pop down Ziz. Get a farm straight away just to give it a bit of extra food. And let's pound out a +3 harbour instantly. Follow that up with a watermill. Lovely. And this builder now travelled here for nothing. But not really, because we do still want to settle here. I just saw this. I just thought I'll settle on that incense, because I don't actually necessarily need to work it. That's about as close as I can get. It's a reasonable enough tile, but it lets us work some really productive tiles. That one there. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. And we'll keep this builder there with his one charge. Let's help some growth in the capital. Maybe we can get a wee farm triangle here. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't hurt. I think what we want to do is chop down these woods. Pump some production into Sidon instantly to get... I know it butchers the tile, but we'd really like to push out that encampment quite fast. And it's sort of going to be a bit of a hold-up. Womp, that's an amazing tile. If you're not working that, I'll kill you. Thank you very much. Yep, really happy with that little city. Oh, unfortunately... Trireme's reached the end of the line, so we'll just have to send it back to whence it came. Oh, unlucky. However, ancient walls. Wait. We'll put cartography in after that, I guess. Yeah, we'll just have to. So, I would... How have I not built ancient walls anywhere? I'm so confused. Where would be the best place to build them? Maybe Tyra can stop building... Actually, yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump in and have a wee play with Tyra's everything. Its stats look fine. You can get ancient walls in 6 turns. If we really want that lighthouse as well, actually. Yeah, we do. We do. Not a lot I can purchase, unfortunately, in Tyre to really help it along. But we can chop down that. That'll give us a little bit of extra. My people will settle where they please. Screw you. Screw you for free. What's going on down here? Hello. Oof. Going up against the strongest player in the game. I do not envy you, friend. I do not envy you. Okay, let's sleep that warrior. That builder, rather. And... thinking ahead, I think we want to probably get like some mines down here. A mine here at least. Maybe a mine here and here. An industrial zone here. Yeah. Yeah, and then probably a campus there, right? Maybe. We do need to get down a few more campuses because we're falling behind in science something awfully. What we could also choose to do is just wham bam thank you ma'am in and start fighting the Nubians now. What I'm going to do is denounce her. That'll absolutely spoil our diplomatic relations. Yeah. But that's fine. Right? We don't really care. Absolutely going to improve that maze. Because that's amazing in terms of growth anyway. And then maybe... Saving up to buy that lighthouse still. I think this city doesn't even have walls, and has a very juicy tile here that I'm most interested in. So let's move that way. I'm still thinking farm triangle here isn't terrible. I mean, it's pretty garbage, but the tiles are pretty garbage to begin with, so... Welcome to the medieval era. It's great to be here. Military training. This is massive, right? Plus 30% production towards encampments, which we so desperately need. Harbours, which are great for us. And buildings within them. Absolutely give it to me. All day, baby. Production towards settlers can be thrown out. We don't really need that anymore. Let's go +1 production in all cities still. And then I've got this Wonders one that I'm just not going to use. It's just been an absolute waste of time. We go pillaging real yields if we're thinking about warring. Or we could just go conscription, save a bit of gold. Other alternative plays, we could try for a great general. Gonna reduce my unit cost. That will help us a little bit with our upgrades too. Unfortunately, didn't quite manage the Golden Age that time, which is a real shame. But that's fine. We'll stick with Monumentality because it's really good for us, particularly now that we're spanning out far and wide. Or trying to, anyway. Let's go. We definitely want serfdom and mercenaries. Mercenaries is pretty good for us. However, getting these boosts is tricky. We can definitely have 8 land combat units. We may not be able to be the target of a war. We can definitely build those farms. So we'll build those farms, and we will get 8 land units. We can do that. I'm confident we can do that. Our Diplo game is pretty garbage. But we can steal suzerainship of Valletta. So let's do it! Brilliant! It'll help us towards our golden age next turn. Next era, rather. Chop the woods. Yeah, chop the woods. Your cities are built properly. She's like, I love to see people chopping down woods. That gets us a really fast harbor in Ziz. Ziz, you're insane. Insane in the membrane. I think I don't mind chopping down these woods too. Help these early cities. Chop them to victory. I mean, our harbor's insane. We probably always want harbor. But we also do need campuses. I'm very well aware of the need for campuses. Yeah, commercial hubs, yes. Entertainment complexes we also do need at some point. But I don't feel the desperate need to jump into them right now. We would love theatre districts, but we just can't get them. We just can't get them. Thinking about how I could boost the adjacency. For every 2 adjacent districts, so pop it there, 2 districts here. It's a bit meh, really. It is a bit meh. One, two, three. I really want to burn down Bologna. Or I could settle there, I suppose. We could go... Yeah. Yeah. We could do that. We could definitely do that. For now, let's give it a granary. We won't dwell too long on that. And we're going to want to farm in here to get a little farm triangle. It's really not a great farm triangle, but, you know, it's a bit of housing, it's a bit of food. It is what it is. Units of a chosen promotion class gain combat strength and plus 10 strength for religious units. I'm going to vote for melee. Which religion is she? Because I don't want... Gossip. You got intel. Our relationship's pretty poor. She's got a bit of grievances against us, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's have a look at the religious lens. Okay, we're non-religious. Islam. Let's vote for an Islam buff. That might help our diplomatic dealings a little bit. Help improve our relations with our mate. Melee did it. Brilliant. Everyone was like, yeah, melee! And Islam passed as well. Cool. So we were on the right side of history for both of those votes. So that's great for us in terms of our diplomatic prowess. That poor scout may have reached the end of the line. Rip. Get a mine down there. That'll provide some excellent production in Ziz. Chomp out that. Spearman right up on the border. What's she got? She's actually already got man-at-arms. So, we're going to be out-teched here any day now. If I can own 3 archers, we can get this much quicker. Womp. Right, now it's only going to take us 7 turns, which is still a really long time. 6 turns. Oi, 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 oi. I would love a builder, but we just don't have one spare. We need those lighthouses up, so I'll leave those. That's fine. I think we can wait a couple of turns. Wait a couple of turns, but not too long. She's got a great general as well. We'd love to see that volcano erupt again. If that volcano erupted and killed that great general, we'd move on her instantly. There's the giant causeway, one of my favorite wonders in the game from my old playthrough. Oh, I love it so much. Shout out to walls. They raised the roof. Literally devilish. Literally. I was just checking in on the chat. Cool. Looks like I'm up to date and responded there. No questions. Okay, we're really far behind on science and culture, so we're going to need to swallow another civilization. And I think we're going to have to move on the Nubians. We are going to progress that plan. Where is my third? I see. Oh yeah, so my 3 archers are all there. She doesn't have walls yet on Heh, so we might be able to get away without a battering ram. Maybe. It's a little risky. It is a little risky. We'd like a catapult. Let's just save our gold. Let's just hold it just for a minute. These archers are desperately waiting to get in, but they just can't. We'll probably need to keep one at Sidon as well, just to keep it protected, but these 4 units will move in. And in a few turns, they'll be crossbows. He wants my iron and my diplo, and he'll give me 4 gold and open borders. That seems like a really terrible deal. like a really terrible deal. But I'd love your amber, which you won't give me. I can definitely give him some iron. Maybe give him 10. There's 2 gold per turn. What would you give me for 1? Just 5 gold. Sure, I'll sell you a little bit of iron. A little bit of extra gold. It all matters, right? It all matters. Tire, I might get you again. Sorry to delay your settler once more, but we need to be doing other things in Tyre very soon. Very, very soon, or we do just risk crumbling. No real great spots for campuses in Tyre, but I'm conscious that I need one. However, I would love to just cheekily pop out a military unit here. Which one? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we also need more traders, obviously. That's just a flat-out thing that would be really helpful. Let's produce a horseman, because it will hopefully be able to get there quite quickly and help with the war efforts. Eureka. Eureka would be really nice to get some sort of useful district, but again, it's just the harbours are just so good. More harbours, all the harbours, and we'll follow that up with a monument. That's going to be our defensive archer, so it can sit and be alert. We might send it in and take hay if we need to. He wants my extra incense and some diplo, and he'll give me 9 gold per turn and open borders. I'll accept that. I'll accept that 9 gold per turn. Really going to be useful for me, because I'm about to be doing a whole lot of upgrades. Defensive tactics rolls in. Interestingly, not all that helpful. Really? Not all that helpful. It is potentially more useful than the 7 gold that I'm saving to have extra defense inside on, but for the time being, we'll ignore it. Let's also get another military unit here. I'm thinking it would be really handy to have probably another melee unit just as a backup. So let's grab a backup swordsman. Got another governor, thank goodness. Well, we could promote Raina to have the double adjacency bonus from commercial hubs and harbors. But I think it wouldn't hurt to have old Victor in place. And let's pop Victor in, ideally in Sidon. And then we'll assign Raina to Anuk. Lovely. Cool, cool, cool. And our encampment is just being built in Sidon. In 1 turn. That's big for us, because now we also have an encampment right on this border. It's actually within 2 tiles of the city as well, which is just hilarious. Let's purchase something to sit in that encampment. I would love a catapult for it. I'm really tempted to click on that barracks and get a barracks here in Sidon as well. What does it do exactly? Let's figure it out. Plus 25% combat strength for all melee and ranged units trained in the city. So newly trained units will be very strong. "13 turns for that catapult though. Archer's about to be redundant, which is a real shame. I'd like to pump some production to this city, actually. Because it's very quickly turning into my military city. Sort of on accident. Sort of. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that all day, baby, because that's going to give me a free room. Dun da da! Which is pretty cool. And what we can actually do is... Boom! Grab some extra era score by combining our two great admirals. We now have a fleet. A quadrireme fleet. That is insanely strong. That is insanely strong for us. And it's probably going to be really helpful in this war. Because it's a ranged unit, we can actually fight from the sea with it. So we can actually even keep it in the city. So side on now is very strong. Very strong. It is, however, going to take 21 turns. 21 turns. To build its crossbowmen. Not ideal. Let's cancel that. Our swordsman is just so out of date, though. Let's swap it for a catapult. It's still going to take 15 turns. It's so slow. It doesn't have walls, but I don't mind so much. So yeah, I'm not super stressed about that. I can't really afford to buy this campus at the moment, but I really want to get another campus down. So I'm unfortunately just going to have to build it there. It is what it is. Can we nab a suzerainship? Yes, we can. We can get Bologna's suzerainship. Ah, rats. We lost... okay, what's going to be more beneficial for me here? I'd love to keep Valletta on board. They're my pals. I need you, Valletta. Okay, cool. Here's our horseman. Which, again, it's faster to just embark than anything else, which is hilarious. Could send the quadrireme round and have a look at what's around here. We can see a military presence building up. We are now equal in terms of military strength. I don't like that. I don't like that. I need money for my upgrades. Really desperately need money. Let's see if we can get some. He doesn't want my pearls. Do you want some iron? Yep. Cool. So we'll make a bit of money from our iron. Let's also see if we can sell rats. He's got pearls as well. Maybe some Diplo favor. Sweet. Sell him some Diplo favor. Which is totally fine with me. And... you got anything? You do have olives. Which would be useful for my amenities, but sort of not what I want. However, he doesn't want my pearls. Maybe I can cheesy buy it. Yeah, I can make it a lot cheaper. That's, I think, a good deal for me, so I'll take that. It's helped our gold a little bit. Trade routes would be really helpful as well. I need to keep on top of those a bit better. We need 3 more trade routes. I'm trying to do about 1 million things at once. Is the trouble. And we've got this massive military build-up on the Nubian border. We've just got a crossbow, though. Eesh. Still no walls in here. Which means it might be the time to strike. She's got a siege tower down there. Don't like the look of that at all. We need 250 gold per crossbow. Oh, it's so much. It's so much. Sweet. We got the boost for mercenaries, though. So we actually worked towards that quite successfully. I'm pretty happy. City does need a little boost to housing. And so on and so forth. Although I think we should get the preemptive ancient walls. Here's another swordsman coming in to the fray. Yeesh. This is militarized in a way that I really didn't want it to. Oh dear. going to be tough, but not impossible. Definitely not impossible. Like, I'm confident that we can do this. That's where I want my next city for sure. Oh, well, I mean, that coast is really juicy as well, but we'll pump it there. Where are we now? We're in the capital. Just completed its settler. I think now it's probably about time that we focus on doing good things in the capital. A theatre square is absolutely needed here. Because we have none. Our culture is abysmal. But, you know, we're playing catch up, and we're doing actually not a bad job. We just need some. We just need to win a really successful military campaign, basically. I just want to win a really successful military campaign. Is that too much to ask? Surely not. You know what? Actually, quick change of plan. Give me 2 traders. Quick start. Quick start? Quick smart. 2 traders, please. Yamasa says, I was thinking of playing as Dido on the Mediterranean True Start map. Have you tried it? I played as Trajan on the map recently and it was really fun. Until I got to late game as per usual. Yeah, fair. I totally understand what you mean. I have not. I have played the Med True Start, and I think it would be really fascinating to play, particularly as Dido, given the, like, you know, the historical Carthaginian Dido. She started in Lebanon and spread across, and, you know, she was the queen of Carthage and so on. I think that would be a really fun playthrough for that historical reason, but also the map would be really well catered to you. Yeah, that'd be a really fun True Start. I thought about doing that in this playthrough, actually, but decided against. Because I thought a more generic map would be more fun. He'll pay me a lot for open borders. Well, it's only 1 gold per turn, but we'll take it. So yeah, totally a fun idea. I've played the map, but not as Dido. Not as Dido. I played around as the Suiman. I'm going to have to lie to her, unfortunately. Grab our lighthouse because it's insanely good. Follow it up with a monumentous monument. And a granary. We'll get some base infrastructure down. We don't need to aqueduct to fresh water there, so it's not a massive deal. No, this... What the hell? Oh, she... I'm so mad. Okay, that's fine. We've just lost one of our access points. Boom. But there's a man-at-arms, which would get absolutely bombarded and probably brutalized within its first turn, I'm afraid. Let's bring this ship home. He's mad. He's a bit mad. Everyone's a bit mad. We'll swap out, put that crossbow in there. We've got an archer who can be a crossbow ready to go. In terms of this border, I'd like to bring the horsemen up to do a bit of pillaging, but then retreat this swordsman back. We'll hold this city rather than holding this front line, because we're just going to get bombarded if we try and hold that front line. We'll probably move in and try and take that encampment with these 2. So I'll pop that one there. And like I say, the horseman's going to go on a pillage spree. I'm actually going to sneak it around the back of Kerma and hopefully do some damage down there. Kind of annoying that the spearman has been blocked out, but it can actually just stay there and then come in down this way. It's going to get a bit harassed, though. I really want it to be there. Perhaps actually we embark. Yeah, I think we'll keep the spearman. Cool. We figured out how to do maths, which is always a good start. I think we'll put that spearman there. This city doesn't actually have a lot of coastal tiles, so the lighthouse isn't massively important. But it would be pretty cool to get an aqueduct down. Kind of annoying that I built that mine, because I think I actually wanted the mine there. A little bit of a misplay. Probably not the end of the world. How are we doing? Where's our settler? There it is. Next to the Bologna man-at-arms. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. Ah, yes. Finally we can explore, see what she's got down here. No coastal cities. But interestingly, there is another city there that I didn't know existed. So, good to know. Good to know. What have you gotten here? Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. We can definitely attack this from the sea anyway. That's the beauty, right? Like they're close-ish. Oh yes, let's get a road up that way with this trade route. Not going to provide a lot of value to us, but the road will be really handy. A really vital transport connection within our empire. This will heal instantly in a turn. Thank you, Dido. Yes, indeed. Stop. Okay. We could probably do some actual trade now, which would be nice. You get a bit of golden science by popping it down that way. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Although Nudie will give us +1 production. I like that a lot more, I think. However, I don't know if trading with her is a particularly good idea, but we'll send it to Nudie nonetheless. A little bit of production now doesn't hurt, I figure. Look at this juicy island. So many juicy islands. We need to figure out where we want our new capital to be, by the way. Womp. Feudalism, better late than never. Unfortunately missed out on the timing of serfdom there, but that's all good. I've never used +1 production for so long before, but I'm pretty keen just to keep all of these. I mean, Agog is becoming outdated quite quickly. Probably want to swap it for feudal contract at this point. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy. We're still in sort of war mode, so to speak. Armpit? Oh, sorry. Emirate? Ridiculous. Okay, armpit. What do we want in armpit? We just always want a harbour. Harbour, 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 harbour. I want all the harbours. Pretty low production here, but man, this city is going to be such high growth. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty good about where the Empire is at right now anyway. Give me another trader, please. Border growth could be an issue here. Might have to just make do with improving some of these slightly lackluster tiles to begin with. Or at least chopping down those forests also could be a big shout. Quite like to send a boat out down here. Keep these guys down here. The horse is ready to pillage, which is wonderful to see. We'll just keep an eye out in this ocean, just in case there's any troop movements headed up from this way, which I am a little bit concerned about. Another trade route ready to leave the capital. Let's send it to Valletta for that sweet, sweet 6 gold per turn. Massive, massive, massive for us. And what can we purchase here? We get Heavy Chariot if we wanted one. I don't. Pretty happy to just leave that as is. Sweet, and we got another trade route ready to go. Let's bring in all the gold and a little bit of science. Becoming much more profitable now that we're actually making use of these trade routes. Love to see it. Also, our military strength is doing a great job at eclipsing the Nubians. We can get another crossbow there as well. That'll advance metal casting. I'd like to get this swordsman turned into a man-at-arms, but probably not crucial. Chop down that forest. That'll get us insta-completion of the harbour in this area. Love to see it. And we will next move for... possibly the granary, because housing is going to snowball into an issue for the... No. I want the lighthouse, not the granary. The granary can come after. And then I guess we just fill this with farms for the time being. We'll need to leave a district space. But otherwise... But also, like, do we? Like, that builder was free, you know? Do I need to save a space for a free builder? I don't know. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so. Let's just romp out a whole load of farms. At least improve these tiles a little bit. Be nice, of course, to get the fish connected, but we'll probably wait on border growth rather than push for border growth here. Do I want to put the... do I want to put the catapult... It's going to get absolutely wrecked. The unit in here is going to get absolutely wrecked. So I actually kind of want it to be a crossbow first, and then bring the catapult in later. So I'm just going to leave that as is. 150 gold, another man-at-arms. That's fantastic. Catapult's ready to go. I think we're about ready to move here. And we've got some incredible military strength. We've got one archer that hasn't been quite upgraded, but that's all good. She's got some promoted units, which I don't like to see, but look at all these juicy wonders and stuff. Oh my god. Another great admiral, which you would expect. Grants +1 promotion level and +25% combat experience to a military unit. +5 combat strength and +1 movement. I mean, we'll take it purely because it can partner with this quadrime. Don't think we'll give it the military experience, so we'll hook it up, and now we've got a really powerful quadrime that can sort of fire at her units from the coastline. Thinking the most useful spot for it to be will actually be there, so let's get that in place as well. There's a really nice spot for an aqueduct in Tyre, and there's going to be an outstanding industrial zone in this city. That is really cool. That is really cool. I can't believe that the Temple of Artemis still hasn't been built. My goodness. We could actually get, like, the Great Lighthouse here. Interesting. Very interesting. And we're just pushing through buttress, unfortunately. Here comes a religion. Yikes. Okay, men-at-arms at the ready. Catapults at the ready. Military units at the ready. The naval fleet is now also at the ready. Military strength is roughly double hers, which is really nice. We can't quite pump anything out with our gold. But in a couple of turns, we'll be able to either upgrade this wee dude, the little archer that could, or buy a new unit. I don't really mind. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know how this is going to go. This is either going to go spectacularly well or destroy our empire. But there's only one way to find out. Yay, we have a metropolitan city. Civil service and recorded history buffs. Love to see it. We'll grab a library because our science sucks. And this is one of our only cities with a campus. Okay, I think we're basically ready to go. Is there anything that I want to wait for? Mercenaries? Yes. Thank you kindly. 50% discount to upgrade units. We'll throw that in... We'll throw that in... I think instead of... We're throwing it instead of veterancy, but I fully intend to take veterancy back soon. I just think I don't need it right now. I just want to be able to build and upgrade quickly and keep saving money. Do I want to sacrifice 1 production for 8 extra gold per turn? While upgrades are cheap, I think it's a good idea to go all in on gold. So yes, I do really want to do that. Now we can upgrade this for a lowly 125 gold. Much better. Much better than what it was. Are we near... I wonder if it's worth... Just thinking in 7 turns, we're going to need niter and all sorts of crap though. Yeah, we're not going to be able to upgrade our catapults in time, but that's fine. I think we go now. We strike while the iron's hot. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Are we ready? Ready to test out our war stick? Toward the end of the stream, by the way, I will be wrapping up somewhat soon. Yes, the historical aspect of the map makes it really fun. It totally does, doesn't it, Yamasa? It totally does. Howdy, Ben. Howdy. Right, let's do this, folks. Let's get out the war stick and crack in. Oh no, the denouncement. What? Shoot. Okay. In 5 turns, we'll do it. Does that change anything? Not really. Not really at all, actually. Okay, we can get a +4, which is probably about as good as we're going to get. Let's plop that down as an immediate focus point for this city. And we'll also get an amphitheater just because we need a little bit of this and that. Magnus can actually come out of this city pretty soon as well, while I'm thinking about it. Some pretty juicy commercial hubs, but we don't super need commercial hubs because we've got really good harbors. So it's an interesting one. It's a 6 one, half dozen the other, really. Crossbow? Spearman? Just a cheap spearman? Just a backup military unit? Wouldn't hurt. Hey, sweet. Bologna's still a really cheap suzerainship. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, and our trade routes are getting really profitable now. Love it. Love it. All the money. All the money. We're making so much cash money. In terms of voting, not a lot. Not a lot we can do. Trade routes sent to the chosen player provide +4 gold to the sender. The chosen player receives an additional capacity. I would love that to be me. Like, really love that to be me. And again, let's just chuck 1 vote into Islam, I think. And let's see if the people decide that I'm worth investing in. Are you shitting me? What? What? No! You asked for it, lady. As soon as I can declare my slightly better war on you, I'm doing it. Strong Navy, a beautiful sight. I literally have like 3 ships, but of course the rest of the AI doesn't bother. So he's like, whoa, your Navy's so strong. But in reality, it's really not that strong. Get the lighthouse here. A little bit helpful. Probably a builder next. Wouldn't hurt. We've got all the Islam coming in, so Islam's really good for us. Your delegation is absolutely most welcome, friend. He's neutral with us now, which I believe means he will accept our delegation, maybe. Got 7 turns before we advance to the next era. 2 turns. 2 turns. Alright. 2 turns to go. Is there anything important I can do in 2 turns? Not particularly. She still hasn't got walls, but it probably doesn't hurt to have a siege tower ready. That being said, you can't argue with just having boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. We'll hold our gold just for a little bit longer, because we're making so much per turn. 71 gold per turn at the minute. Our economy will crumble a bit when we go to war, which I'm very conscious of. I don't... Oh, actually, it would be kind of useful just to have a quick check. Think I don't actually need upgrades. Weirdly. Oh, nah, it is going to be useful soon. We'll keep it, we'll keep it, we'll keep it, we'll keep it. Civil service is incredibly powerful. Harbour adjacency bonuses, though. We need naval tradition. We need naval tradition. Units defending within the city's territory get +5 combat strength. The other cities were 9 times. Yeah. Let's get the combat strength. With Victor. Very good timing for Victor. To get that bonus for us, because Victor is of course stationed in Sidon, so all of our units within Sidon do really well. What we could do is declare war and then immediately pull back and sort of tease her into fighting me while I defend, just to plink out some of her units. But we'll just see how we go in this first turn, which I think is now. Time to bring out the war stick, folks. Time to absolutely romp home with the war stick. Let's go. Let's actually do it this time for real. Case spell I. Oh, lol. We can do it. Okay, lady. Bring it, noob. Right. That man-at-arms is really scary. I'm not so worried about the spearmen, particularly because I have no cavalry. Let's disembark this spearman. He's gonna put on a brave face. A very brave face. And let's absolutely bombard that man-at-arms. And then, like I say, with these units, I don't mind playing slightly more defensively. Although I do have... I mean, we can plink at the walls of this encampment. It doesn't really do a lot, but I'd like to get this... Probably swap these out, actually. Okay, that's our first turn. Let's see what kind of damages we take from declaring a war here. Quadrime can't do anything yet, but if she comes in a bit closer, we'll be able to absolutely strike her if she gets close to this coastline. Or, you know, it'd be really great if she was like sails a boat around here. That'd be wonderful. Could do some damage up there. Okay, let's see. We've got 2 more military units coming out of these cities in the next couple of turns. We've got a lot of gold. We did expect that spearman to die, so I'm not worried. We'll bring that catapult back to safety and advance this forward for two, maybe even 3 free plinks. Maybe. Right, okay. So, Anouk, what would you like? What would you not like? Anouk wants everything. Anouk has nothing. I would really like a builder just to Miozi? I don't even know what word that was meant to be. Meander, perhaps, around. Plink will destroy that. That's really good for us. And this man-at-arms has made the stupid mistake of stumbling up to the coastline. We shall destroy it with our crappy quadrime and our crossbow. I've got the catapult back there healing, and like I say, with those guys happy just to heal, we do have our horsemen here who can start causing a bit of a wuckus. I'll just try and get away from that city if we can. We don't have enough movement points to pillage, so let's just fortify there. Here comes a spearman. Spearman I'm just going to kind of treat as fodder, really. Just useless fodder. And for now, we'll just fortify with those men-at-arms. They're just going to hold the line. Oh, brilliant. We've got another trade route ready to go. How about 8 gold, 1 production, and 1 science? Absolutely. It's a no-brainer. Wow. Plus 10 combat strength when occupying either an improvement that provides defense strength or a district. This crossbow is in a very powerful position now. This crossbow took a bit of a hit. Can't quite achieve that victory either. So I'm just going to pop back this way and promote up. Get the strength against land units. Can also promote this one. Strength against land units. Seems really good. Let's get our own man-at-arms up to defend that crossbow. I like that a lot. And then I'll bring this one into these woods. Like I say, the horseman is really here just to cause trouble. Dun, da, da, da. So we're just going to run around and just pillage all of her farms and stuff and just be a real pain in the backside. Oh, it's cruel, but it's fun. It's cruel, but it's fun. I really kind of feel like I don't even need the ancient walls here, but it would be nice to get some infrastructure up and running. I note that we need housing here. That would provide +3 housing on that tile that I'm not really using a lot at the minute. Put the aqueduct there. It's worth considering. I am quite low on amenities. Would be nice to pop down an entertainment district in the middle of the empire here. Try and grab all of these. If I put it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will actually capture that. Let's get an entertainment district down inside on. Because it does need one. Like, we will need an entertainment district. At least one, really. Probably more. I wonder if I could send the spearmen in and pillage this. I may as well. It's not doing much otherwise. And cool, we've got a new crossbow ready to go as well. Okay, this is going quite well. He hates us because we're an expansionist empire. Fair enough. Speaking of... Oh, yeah. No, the foreign territories are doing just fine. We've got another great person. This is, of course, an admiral. This one will grant a free trade unit. Increase trade range and route capacity by 1. Foreign trade routes to the city provide +2 gold to both cities. That's probably the most incredible admiral we will ever produce in our life. We'll just retire it immediately because that's just so powerful for us. So unbelievably strong. And let's send it off for 8 gold and +1 production. Love to see it. Meanwhile, up in the north, really looking for a harbour. Don't really want to ditch my crabs, though, if I can help it. There's also potential for a reasonable industrial configuration here. Might be a good idea to get a builder before we focus on districts. This swordsman took an absolute whomping, but I'm absolutely using it to get that +85 science from pillaging that tile. You bet your backside I'm pillaging that tile. Haven't actually thought a great deal about where I'm moving next. Now that I've got cartography, I can build the wonder that I really want. I'd quite like to see where Niter is, and then I'd like education to follow very quickly after that. So let's focus on, we'll go construction, we'll reveal Niter, then we'll grab education, which we need to earn a great scientist to do, which we haven't really been able to do just yet. But we could do some projects to boost that. And then maybe we go for the frigate. Kill a unit with a musketman. That's going to be a challenge. Get out of my territory. What are you even doing, you moron? I mean, really. I think it's probably time to move in. Gently, gently, gently. We'll get the defense against range attacks. That'll be quite useful. I love the double encampment play here, by the way. What a play. What an absolute play. We're just going to skeet around it. Let's spend our gold that I've been saving so well on another crossbow. It's got to be. We lost our catapult, which really sucks. Just keep pillaging. Keep on keeping on. Pillage all the tiles. Be the most annoying you can be, I say. Oh, okay, she's responding. Oh my goodness, she is responding. Let's get rid of this horseman, because that's just going to be a nuisance. Caravel. Love it. Oh dear. Flee to the sea! We only managed to pillage 2 farms. Ah, she chased me down. She absolutely chased me down. Okay. That horseman looks to have died. Which is really nice. Hoping we might get a promotion here. No, but we can pillage for 50 health, which is better than really anything else we could do. Moving it up like that is a pretty risky play. Maybe if I can provide some sort of distraction with these crossbows, hopefully, she'll just be like, fight them instead. We'll get them all disembarked anyway. Probably there's going to be space to move through here. We may as well give that a plink. She's doing her own horseman tactic. I applaud it. I applaud it. Again, we're stuck in a normal age. One bump. Trade route. Fantastic, though. Absolutely fantastic. What does this place need to grow? Builder, I would say. Get yourself a builder. See if you can find a builder. Ah, and Eleanor of Aquitaine is in the game. She would have been a nice spawn, actually, because of her loyalty just wouldn't have affected us. So, hoping to not take any losses here. Wow, that man-at-arms survived, and she took a whole load of damage. I feel like plus 17 gold is pretty good. Let's throw that in. Wonderful. Even more gold into the kitty. Yeah, really happy with that. That's great. And we'll just keep focusing on gold just while we're doing this war, and then we'll pivot hard into something else, I'd say. Right, that's an easy... I was going to say, that's an easy victory. It was not. There we go. Do I want to pillage that tile for 50 health on this crossbow, or do I want to fight the city? Probably just pillage that tile. That's all good with me. And then we can sort of ranged attack that spearman. Again, we'll just keep that unit there. Just hold. I'd like to actually move off that tile in future. Thinking about it. Yeah, because if she occupies this tile with the spearman, then I kill it with my boat, which at the moment isn't really seeing a lot of use, which is such a shame. Let's get the +1 governor title. And what are the requirements here? Okay, well, balls that up by not saving a space for Casa de Contradiction. So that's awkward. But not the end of the world, really. In fact, actually, there might actually be a way around it. There might actually be a ridiculous way around it. Let's see what we can do. I've got a plan. I have a plan. Why was I producing no production in the city? What's wrong with me? Honestly. Okay, any cheap suzerains nearby? Keep fighting for Bologna. What do they want? Send a trade route. Oh, Bologna. I'm right next door to you, mate. We need to tidy up this war, really. It's dragging on a bit much, and I haven't made any gains. I need some great war gains, and really we're just sort of fighting for the sake of fighting right now. It's going to take so long to get that. I don't really want to just buy those if I can help it. Let's change the production here. Reason being, builder is actually a little bit lower on my priorities than I would have liked. No, we'll leave it. We're sort of trying to do two things at once. Let's promote again. Defending against ranged attacks. This is obviously a very defendable position by this man-at-arms. She's got a lot of archers that we can just destroy with this man-at-arms if it can get there. That's the trouble. But I've successfully moved off that tile, which means I can move up this way. Let's go buff against ranged units, and let's actually fire on, probably not the city. Let's shoot that one, it's quite weak. Losing our units much faster than I would have liked. And this boat is just unable to do anything. I'd like to really get around in there and have a wee look. So I'll send that boat that way. Nah, that's killer. That's killer. Next turn. Absolutely next turn. We've just ground each other into the ground. However, I am actually benefiting slightly more. Wow! A mega colossal corruption at Mount Ruapehu. The double encampment by her is really strong, hey? Like, real strong. But that's okay. Suzerain. You're pretty easy to work towards as well. And Harold. You know what, Harold? There is some sort of deal we can come to here. Just not quite yet. Give me a bit of time. I don't really want to fight your war, but I would love you to fight mine. It's sort of what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking when I reject that offer, if you know what I mean. I'm out of here. Thanks for the great stream. Enjoy your day. See you, Nathan. Thank you so much for everything you do. Really appreciate it, dude. Eureka is struggling a little bit with amenities, so it probably wouldn't hurt to get another entertainment complex down up here. I'm also pretty conscious of the fact that more campuses is good. This one, it's not great yields, but we'll chuck it down. We will need some more campuses. You know, like, what's the point? What is the point? Where was this going? Oh yeah, I actually would really like to explore the world. Ah, no! Are we pinned in? You're joking. This map, this was supposed to be like Super Ocean Map 5 million. And I'm really, hey Korea, I'm really ashamed to say that it just isn't. I mean, look at it. Like, this is not Fractal Islands with high sea levels. This, you know? What the? I mean, like, I'll take it, obviously. I'll work with the hand that I'm dealt, but, I mean, geez. More trade? Absolutely more trade. Let's get 2 trade routes and follow it up with a trebuchet. That's a juicy unit that we'd love to kill. Yes, please. Got the backup units coming in. No. I'm not selling you 2 horses, you madman. Right. There was something quite juicy out of that. Slightly more beneficial than my trade routes, but I'm about to get 2 more online, so we'll leave it as is. Upgrades we're not really doing a lot of. We can probably ditch that. For the extra 6 gold. All the gold, baby. All the gold. It would be nice to get a new government. Let's go Divine Right. Oh, but let's go Colonial Officers, actually. That's part of our master plan for victory, is to get Colonial Officers up and running. I mean, these aren't great theatre districts. These aren't great anythings. Because this land is really difficult to use. However, there are some crabs that aren't connected, so that's something that we missed. It would be nice to get some extra production down here, because we really don't have a lot. So let's get another industrial zone in this city. And we have another governor title. I think that promoting Reina to Harbour Master is really good. Really, really good. Right? This harbour is now insane. The yields on this harbour are insane. And it stacks with the card bonus, which is giving us plus 50%. All in all, very good. Plink, there's another one of her archers down. She's down to almost no military units. It's just her encampments that are proving a bit of a challenge. But not impossible. Like, we could always just go around. She wants 2 resources, and she'll give me a one-time deal of 66 gold. See, that's just bad. I'll give you incense. Oh, she actually just has no money. She's like bankrupt. No gold per turn. You are no good to me then. Woof. Holy moly. Quadream. Jeepers, that archer just did mega damage, didn't it? But it has gained us a promotion. Let's go extra strength against district defenses. We can also heal in 1 turn, so it's not actually a big deal. In fact, it's quite good for us. Here's a nice +3 campus. We'll grab that. And I would love to get the kill on this unit. Oh! It was left with like 1 health. That unit is so juicy. Oh, there may... Oh, there is no passage. See, what the heck? What the heck? We're pinned in. Oh, hello. You're not trying to attack me, are you? And you didn't leave that unit there, did you? Oh, you fool. Literally, she just lost, like, all of her military strength there. That was a big boo-boo. The quadrime's gonna actually do something, which is also really nice. That'll be a minor defeat, so we'll just hold in line. Let's grab another unit and get ready for Assault Wave 2. This time, Trebuchet. Up here, I mean, this place is what it is. We don't have any holy sites. We don't really even want we're just sort of ignoring the religious aspect of the game this time. I mean, it's probably got to be the harbour. Feels a shame to build it on top of those crabs, though. I don't want to do that, so I'll pop it there. We'll get adjacency with those whales as well, so that's all good. Let's get our harbour down and running, and you know what? Actually, we could probably speed it up too. Womp. We can get a wee farm triangle going here if we chop down those woods, which I think would be a good idea, actually. Bologna wants a trade route. Bologna, you got it, friend. All yours. And you can just auto-explore. We're done with you. She's willing to pay me for peace. Do you want to know why? Because she's got 31 blinking military strength. Is this your only unit left, hun? You fool. You absolute fool. We'll go for the extra strength against land units. This thing is now an absolute beast at chomping units. We'll kill the horse with the trebuchet. Because why not? Fortify up. And get another Great Admiral. This one will give +1 sight range for all naval units. And allow naval units to move over ocean tiles without the normal tech. That's garbage. Bit of extra gold and production from these rainforests in the short term. I'll take it. And you can just fortify up. And you can come back here. What was I doing with this warrior? Unsure, to be honest. Oh yeah, we thought about chomping the woods, but actually let's just improve the woods. That's a way better tile for this city to be working. Let's do that. Really, really nice industrial zone shaping up there. This one, though, I think I want to remove. Womp. Nice. And let's start moving up. Don't think I... Sure, let's move 2 tiles. I want to really carefully move up this trebuchet. Plink. We can shoot at that city. It does now have walls, so we're going to need to invest in some anti-wall tech. I mean, we got the trebuchet, which is hopefully helpful. Let's alert that up. Eleanor would like that, and she's going to give me 96 gold up front. Interesting. You know what, Eleanor? I would really like one of your great works. I'll give you my incense for one of your great works. Just because I don't have a lot of that kind of thing. Okay, she officially has 0 military strength. 0. But still, the trebuchet is just dying from being close to these encampments. It's really painful. Really painful. Get back into the city. Should we just go for a different target first, honestly? Like, she's got no military. Hay's a tough nut to crack, but Nudie might be a lot easier. Let's go have a look. There's another blinking encampment, which is a pain in the backside. Let's get some guns. Woof. Nice yield. Yeah, baby. Oh no! A volcano just erupted. She's really suing for peace now. We could take it and just tap out. That's really unlucky that Mount Ruapehu decided to do its thing right then, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, I just can't catch a break here. We might have to just tap out for peace. But then she's on 0 combat strength. It seems like such a shame not to just push through this, doesn't it? Hello. I'm here with what should be my really good boats. And we'll improve those. And actually, we'll probably put an industrial district there, so we don't need to improve that tile. Strong navy. It is a beautiful sight, Harold. Totally agree. This terrain is too difficult. This terrain is just too difficult to manage. Gonna have to tap out, sadly. We'll take a bit of gold off her in the meantime, but we're gonna just have to tap out. We reduced her to nothing. But really all we did was successfully grind ourselves into the ground. Let's finally purchase that lighthouse and side on. Now that we don't need to focus on pumping out military units, we can actually get stuff done. Which is what I'm really excited about. Let's get that arena down because we need to fix our amenities. There's a wonderful trade route. We need to really focus on those trade routes as well, I think. We've wasted too long. We're approaching the mid-game, and in the mid-game I want to put out even more settlers and find a new capital city as well, which could actually go on that island. And we'll want to change all of our governor cards probably right now. I don't want to waste 7 turns. Sorry, all of our what am I trying to think of? All of our policies. We need 160 gold. We'll do that next turn because it's not worth waiting. Might as well jump across the ditch, improve those rice. Very rice. Yep, you can have an embassy, friend. You can always have an embassy, Harold. Harold, I will throw you the biggest party. Richard Kingston! Hey! You just made it out. Unfortunately, pretty close to the end of the stream. I'm going to be wrapping up any minute now. I have got to go very soon. So, game plan for next time. We're going to settle probably 1, 2. There's 2 opportunities there. 3, there's an inland opportunity here. Maybe up here on this. Maybe here. This is kind of juicy. We could have a really juicy new capital up here. A very productive one. We could connect silver. We've got options, definitely, for our offshore capital. We may as well give that thing a promotion now, I reckon. Yeah, so that's going to be the game plan. We're going to span out wide and go for our next wave of settlements. And from there, we district up and snowball into the most powerful civilization in the game. Absolutely helped up by the fact that we're about to get the Merchant Republic and colonial offices. And colonial offices is so big for us. So big for us. But before I forget, I will change these policies about. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We probably want that there. Really, the +7/+7 is huge for us. I think we need that. We need to get out of this military government as soon as we can because we're not making use of it anymore. So for the time being, we'll just yield, we'll sell off some of our resources and yield a little bit extra out of them, and then keep that production going. Yep, let's do that. And she's probably got like none. So, oh, she's actually got maximum. Well, my mistake. Who's kind of crappy? You're kind of crappy. Yeah. Do you want iron? Huh? And looks like you can take at least 8 horses. 1 gold. How about 1 iron? 1 gold. He's not interested. What about our friend? You must want some. Yeah, look. Look at this. I've got so much iron. What will you give me? Lots. Brilliant. Do you want delegation? Okay. Just what it is. What would you take for that? 1 gold per turn. Consider it done. Would you like some horses, friend? My goodness, I've got horses for Africa. 6 gold for 30 turns. Yep, take it. Who else wants some wheeling and dealing? Eleanor? Forgot to send her the thing first turn as well. Always remember to send first turn. Nah, she doesn't want anything. What about Korea? Nope. Okay, well, we've sort of sold off quite a few of those, so that's all good. We're well below our cap anyway, put it that way. And I think that is it. Alrighty, well, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in live on this stream. I'll just pop back through and check the stats. So we have Devilish with the Devilish kicked off the stream with a really generous $4.99 super chat. Thank you, my man. So appreciate that. Lots of people joining in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nathan Bruno, as always, #1 channel member. I can't believe you're a madman and you bought that top membership category. Epic Cheese Cat, Ben Bozeman, Prezzies, AW Dutch Designs, Devilish, of course, Yamasa, Richard Kingston Richard joined us a little bit late, but it was nice to see your friend. There'll be another stream within the next couple of days, so hopefully get to spend a bit more time with you then. Devilish also came back again with a $1.99 super chat toward the end of the stream, and JumboPixel with a $3.50 super chat as well. My goodness, what a generous lad. I think it's kind of funny to super chat myself. I don't know. Anything for the algorithm. Right. Well, anyway, folks, that concludes. If you do have any last minute questions or comments, do chuck them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them. But otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and let's see, a huge shout out to Devilish and Nathan for your generosity and your super chatting goodness. Really appreciate you guys. So yes, that wraps it up. I'm happy to pick this up if we want to see more, but a lot of the gameplay for Dido is focused on, most of it we've already done, and what I really wanted to do was introduce to you guys that early game strategy of getting that real bonus settler production and pumping out settlers as fast as you can. It's very strong, and you saw me do it in this game, in the capital. And so, yeah, I think that was sort of the thing that I wanted to test around a bit and play with and show. So for me, this game is obviously not done, and I'd be more than willing to pick up this again. We'll play another 3 hours and hopefully win the game. But also, you know, part of Dido is shaping your early game. And I think aside from the war with Nubia, which was just really difficult because of the terrain and the fact that her cities weren't coastal, aside from that, which was a flop, I think the playthrough went really well. And hopefully you sort of got a feel for that early game strategy with Dido, which basically relies on getting the Ancestral Hall down, early Government Plaza, early Harbour as well for the plus 50% settler bonus, and then the Policy card, which provides plus 50% production bonus to settlers. That provides you with a 150% production bonus towards your settlers, and you can just spam them out far and wide. And hopefully that's kind of what we've done here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.